The visionary scientist, Reed Richards, is introduced at the cutting edge of multiverse science, researching energy extraction from alternate dimensions. He believes Earth's energy problems could be solved through the mysterious negative zone, an uncharted interdimensional space. At the Baxter Foundation, Reed works with astrophysicist Susan Storm, her younger brother and test pilot Johnny Storm, and former Air Force astronaut Ben Grimm. Reed is brilliant but emotionally closed off, obsessed with his work and idealism. The Cosmic Mission Proposal. Reed proposes a bold experimental space mission using his quantum gateway engine to briefly pierce the negative zone. Despite risk, director Abigail Brand of SWRD sees the opportunity to gain a strategic edge in multiversal exploration and agrees to fund the mission. Reed assembles a small crew, himself, Sue, Ben as pilot, and Johnny as backup systems engineer. The ship is named Quantum Explorer. Tensions and bonds. As launch day approaches, character dynamics intensify. Reed and Sue share tender moments, hinting at unspoken feelings. Johnny jokes and argues constantly with Reed, but is deeply loyal to his sister. Ben struggles with PTSD from a failed mission in the Air Force and finds comfort in Reed's friendship. Flashbacks to Reed and Ben in college show the seeds of their bond and genius. The launch. The crew blasts off into space, headed toward Earth's upper orbit where the quantum gate will open. Once the gate opens, the ship is hit by a violent cosmic storm caused by the instability of the interdimensional rift. The energy surge overloads the ship, and the crew is bathed in waves of exotic cosmic radiation as the ship plummets back to Earth. The transformation. The team awakens in the crash site under quarantine. At first, they seem fine, but soon odd symptoms manifest. Reed's limbs stretch uncontrollably. Sue phases in and out of visibility. Johnny catches fire spontaneously. Ben's body hardens and morphs into a hulking stone form. Medical experts are baffled. Reed insists it's linked to quantum mutation triggered by negative zone exposure. Confusion and fear. Each character copes differently. Johnny embraces his powers with reckless excitement. Sue is terrified of her loss of control and hides from the media. Ben, horrified at his monstrous new form, becomes depressed and reclusive. Reed is consumed with guilt and begins building a lab inside the Baxter building to study their mutations. The team struggles to stay hidden from the public and government. Enter Victor Von Doom. Victor Von Doom, a Latvian tech mogul and Reed's former classmate at MIT, sees the crash as a chance to re-enter the spotlight. Flashbacks show Reed and Victor's rivalry over ethics and ambition. Doom accuses Reed of stealing his multiverse theories and announces he will demonstrate his own supremacy. Behind the scenes, Doom taps into negative zone tech with sinister intent. Public reveal. A construction accident traps workers under rubble. Johnny, against Reed's orders, rescues them using his flame powers. Videos go viral. The media dubs the group the Fantastic Four. SWRD intervenes, warning that their powers are a public safety threat. Reed negotiates immunity in exchange for working on government missions. The government steps in. SWRD assigns handlers and surveillance to the Four. Public opinion is split. Some see them as heroes, others as freaks. Reed secures the Baxter building as their independent base of operations, with advanced labs, training grounds, and negative zone monitoring equipment. Training day. The team begins learning to control their powers. Reed masters his elasticity for tech construction. Sue generates force fields and learns to turn others invisible. Johnny struggles with overheating and flying, but gradually gains confidence. Ben develops combat skills and resilience, acting as the team's tank. They begin to bond, slowly becoming a functional unit. Ben's breakdown. Ben's frustration and self-loathing boil over. He lashes out at Reed, blaming him for ruining his life. Reed tries to reassure him, but Ben storms off. Sue finds him later and shares her own feelings of being invisible before gaining powers. Their conversation inspires Ben to accept his new form as a gift to protect others. The Doom threat emerges. Doom attacks the SWRD base, stealing critical components needed to stabilize a breach into the negative zone. He broadcasts a message to the world. Reed Richards is leading Earth to destruction, and only he, Doom, can reshape it. Doom's face is revealed to be scarred by early negative zone exposure. He now wears a high-tech armored mask and suit, inspired by ancient Latvian designs. First battle. The Fantastic Four battle Doom's robotic enforcers in New York. The fight is chaotic. They save civilians, but also cause collateral damage. Doom escapes, taunting Reed with hints of future conquest. The public begins to trust the Four as real heroes after witnessing their selflessness. The negative zone rises. Reed scanners detect an expanding breach. Doom is planning to merge Earth with the negative zone. Reed fears the collapse of space-time and reveals a plan to intercept Doom inside the dimension before the merge completes. Into the zone. The team suits up and uses a rebuilt Quantum Explorer to enter the negative zone. A surreal, glowing world of antimatter storms, floating architecture, and monstrous alien creatures. They fight their way through the zone, witnessing the horrifying effects of its energy on organic life. Doom Ascended. The team finds Doom, now supercharged by negative zone energy, building a multiversal throne to rule over time and space. A brutal battle ensues. Reed is nearly killed, Johnny is badly injured, and Doom proves more powerful than ever. Sacrifice. Doom's device begins to tear open the multiverse. Ben risks his life to hold collapsing structures while Reed disables the machine. Just as the portal collapses, Reed saves Ben at the last second, and the team escapes. Doom is sucked into the chaos of the negative zone, presumed dead. Homecoming. Back on Earth, the Fantastic Four are hailed as heroes. They grieve the destruction they witnessed, but are inspired to keep growing, healing, and protecting Earth. A new purpose. The team moves permanently into the Baxter Building and establishes it as a center for multiversal science and exploration. Reed vows to keep researching the multiverse responsibly. Sue, Johnny, and Ben all commit to staying united. They officially adopt the name Fantastic Four, with custom uniforms designed by Reed. The Multiversal Invitation. In a mid-credit scene, SWRD detects a new anomaly. A figure emerges through a time door, Kong the Conqueror. He says, "Reed Richards, we've met before. You just don't remember it yet." Cut to black.